have to admit that before I started with Recruiter University, my attitude was, who needs a coach? Give me a break. Who needs coaching? I've been doing this long enough. I know everything. And the reason why, I can't remember the reason why I joined TRU, but I think I was probably feeling sorry for myself or something. I said, okay, I'll join TRU. My mindset attitude has changed just enormously.
I remember you attended one of these events, Herbert, and you were really active, like the whole event, questions, really insightful questions. You were all like, Mike, let me go make a couple placements and then I'll join. And I don't think you joined back then. And then you actually probably came on one of the other events. But you were stuck in that. I just remember even the pre-joining, you were stuck in that, especially from a money mindset of not enough, is what I remember.
Absolutely. In fact, the money mindset was something that I've really changed very dramatically in terms of expenses, another expense. Oh, now I see it as an investment. And the reason is because with the investments I've been making in TRU and just spending, I find that the return is enormously higher. In plain words, my revenue before TRU is between 125 and 250 every year. First year I was with TRU is 350 something. This year I hope to get up to 760. Next year it's going to be 1.14. And then I say, expenses, come on, give me a break. You do not have to worry about expenses. And this is the way it's supposed to be or whatever. These are investments. They're not expenses. And I think that's a tremendous change in my mindset.
You said all of those results in such a nonchalant way. A part of me really loves that because I know so many other things have shifted in your life as well around like your running routines, a relationship with your spouse. But you said when you started, you were at about 150, 200, then it went to 350, then it went to 700, and at 1.1. Can you put that into context with how much more ease and time freedom you have in your business as well, and the other areas that you worked on, the running, the relationships, things like that?
Yeah, I do 5K a day, 8K on the weekends. I sing in 2 choirs. I sing in 2 opera companies. In addition to, that's 4 groups. In addition to which I run a business full time. And I think that the important thing is, I guess, is the clarity of vision that I've gotten from TRU. I know where I'm going. And I know how to get there. And it was something that I think the fog may have lifted, okay? And so you see the path and you can go along the path. That's all you have to do. You just have to follow the dots. And I think that's tremendous advantage of TRU. It showed me what my vision was. It wasn't your vision, it was my vision. And it showed me how to get to achieve my vision. That's tremendous. Okay, first of all, talk about coaching. I've got 3 coaches, okay? I've got a mindset coach, Grant. I've got a business coach, which is Ardith. And I've got a momentum coach. In addition to which, I've got group coaching sessions every week on Monday at noon. And twice a month, I have another session on Thursdays. And this is where you learn even more because you're learning from the group. And everybody contributes, everybody helps each other. And it's been a tremendous thing. Another thing, you've got a library, Mike, at TRU, which is second only to the Library of Congress. I'm talking about library for recruiters, okay? This library is so enormous. I've only gotten through 9%, okay? It's there, okay? And I'm plowing my way through it, but it's extremely valuable. And it's something that I never thought existed. A recording, and it's just a phenomenal source of information that's been gathered over the years, and it's amazing. The question of metrics, I hate metrics. I despise metrics. I'd rather shoot myself or slit my wrist than do metrics. But in terms of metrics, now, last Friday was the first time I put my metrics in on Friday on time, because it's taken me a while to get over that hurdle.
You know? But you were tracking them. At least you might not have entered them every week on time, but you were tracking them.
I'm tracking them, but finally I put them in when I'm supposed to put them in. Hey, that was a big deal for me.
I understand.
I guess the other thing is retainers, okay? Mike's got a retainer script, which is awesome, okay? So I figured, okay, I'm going to use his retainer script just to prove that it doesn't work. No. And so I started using the retainer. I used it for the first time. I used the retainer script, and sure enough, I get a retainer. I say, it's a fluke. I say, I'll do it again. I did it again. I got another retainer. I say, oh no, I can't believe it works. And every time I've used a retainer script, I've gotten a retainer. I'm floored. It's invaluable in terms of, now there are a lot of other things. For example, when I message people on LinkedIn before, I get about maybe 5, 10, 15% response. Now I get 30 to 50% response because they use Mike's script, the TRU script. That's mind-boggling, okay? And people respond to what I'm putting into that message. And it's not a long message, it's a short message, but it's about them. It's not about me. So, hey, it's been a blast. And planning, I got to tell you about journaling. I don't journalize, okay? I've never journalized in my entire life. Now I'm journaling. I'm journaling. And what I do is every night I put down 3 things that I want to accomplish the next day and 3 things that I accomplished that day. And just putting 3 things down, hey, I can do that. And I do it. And so I keep a journal. Never done that before. Ever since TRU now, I'm doing things that I've never done before. And it's been invaluable. By the way, I may not want to publicize this, but I'm 84 years old, okay? And man, I've got another 16 years to go. That's when my lease runs out. But but it's been, it's been a joyous experience. I'm energized, I'm inspired, I'm doing things that I need to do, and I'm making a pile of money. And recession be damned. I don't care about what recession's going on. We're fine. And I got to thank you.
I don't think I shared this with you because you did an interview a few months ago. I forgot exactly which month, but I got a bunch of emails from people that were there that was like, if he can change his habits at 84, I can change mine at 44. A lot of people they think it's at some level, everyone has their own personal definition of I'm too old to change, whatever that number is for them. I think I forgot to share this with you. You were such a tremendous inspiration to what's possible, because a lot of people think this is one of the other limiting beliefs that comes up. I'm too far behind. I should be farther along. People always say that when it's some of that self-talk, but based on where I'm at in my life, I should be farther along. What best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant it is today. And don't even try to finish the library, Herbert. I've been in a program with a mentor of mine, a guy named Taki Moore, for 8 years, and I'm probably still at about 10%, because every time I watch something, he adds stuff. But when you go to a library, everyone, because I don't want people to get overwhelmed, you don't check out every book. And every book isn't relevant to your situation. So we cover all those 9 areas that I outlined before, and they all have training modules, and then there's advanced modules. Like Herbert's you're not listening to it in chronological order. My gut feeling is you're listening to what resonates with you, where you want to advance a little bit. That would make sense.
Absolutely. Yep.
Thank you. You always make me laugh, Herbert. So I so appreciate you. I appreciate you investing your time with us. Any tips you would give someone on the first couple steps they could do to change the way they think about something so that they can change their approach?
I think the most important thing, and I'm beginning to wrestle with, is you got to figure out what you really want. And once you figure out what you really want, I think things begin to fall into place, because that's so deep and it's really tough to figure that one out. To come up with that answer is a very difficult answer. And I think once you figured out by the way, Mike, one thing I really loved was the Fast Start program. And I said nothing about that. When you join TRU, there's a Fast Start program to get you off the ground, running. Fantastic. It's a great way to get moving. And you guys are really brilliant in terms of putting that together. All I can do is thank you.
Now, and the gratitude goes both ways. Like, you are a gift and an inspiration. Because every once in a while, when I get bored and lazily, I'm like, you know what? Friggin' Herbert's out there running every day. He's out there, he's friggin' 7xing his business, and I'm sitting here whining in my 71-degree air-conditioned office. You're a blessing and a gift, my friend.
Can I mention one more thing? One more thing was, I can't do it alone, so I hired a researcher. Didn't work out, fired them. Hired a second researcher, didn't work out, fired them. Hired a third researcher, they're okay. Hired a fourth researcher, they're okay. I shouldn't be doing research. That's a mind shift for me. I don't want, and I don't need, and I shouldn't be doing research. And now I'm looking for another researcher. But that's a huge mind shift. I don't have to do it alone. That's a big deal. Anyway,
You don't have to open an office. You can outsource that. You can have conversations with them on Zoom. You don't have to, for all those people like, I don't want to have a lease, which 20 years ago, you would need all this stuff to scale. But you're doing a phenomenal job scaling over 7 figures, my friend. Congratulations and thank you.
thank you. Hey, it was great.